kid must decide choosing the future his father wants and following his dream, becoming a pro skater. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back into another Fanatic film review on Fanatic Films Plus. If you are over here, thank you so much for coming over to the channel, checking it out. I'm going to push this out right at the beginning. If you are new here, this is the first time you've ever been here, please consider dropping a subscription. It helps the channel grow, and it really does mean the absolute world. So thank you for coming and checking out this channel. This is a smaller channel, brand new channel. Go over and check out Fanatic Films. That is my main channel. We do other movie reviews, movie drafts, rankings, things like that. Go check those out as well. But today we are talking about a film that I got to shout out Colin Williams because he saw, like, I saw it on Letterboxd. I saw his review on Letterboxd. And I clicked on the film and I was like, this looks interesting. I want to check this out. So I did. We're talking about another coming of age skateboarding centric movie today. We're talking about North Hollywood. A lot of you may not have heard of this film. It's a relatively small film directed by Mikey Alfred. This is his directorial debut, but it actually had a lot of promise. So I think let's just kind of get into the review. The first thing I really like about this film is, like they said in the synopsis, it's the father-son dynamic. You've got Vince Vaughn, of all people, as the father here. And then you've got Ryder McLaughlin as our main character. Their chemistry is really well done. I really enjoy how this father-son dynamic is written. I think it's authentic. I think it's impactful. I think it's emotional. That was the one really big positive I took from this film, was the writing of that father-son dynamic. It just really is well done. We can, see both sides, see why our main character, Michael, wants to become a professional skater. And then we've got Vince Vaughn, the dad, who is like, no, you need to figure out what you're doing with your life. You need to go to college. You need to get to work. And you can see both sides, and I thought it was written really well. And the ending conclusion to it, which I won't spoil because I want you all to go see it, the ending conclusion is heartwarming, it's emotional, and I really did enjoy it. The next big thing that I really liked was this situational writing. And what do I mean by this situational writing? Basically just the plot, the writing of the story and the scenarios that we're in. It felt real. It felt authentic. I mean, when you're coming out of high school, and I know a lot of you that are watching are in that demographic, you're in that age range, or you're maybe a little bit older, so you've been there. That is a crossroads. It really is. For some, are you going to go off to college? And for others, you got to figure out what you're going to do. Are you going to go work? Are you going to go to community college? Are you going to chase your dreams like Michael in this film is going to do? I'm sorry, I just hit my mic. I apologize. So you've got those crossroads. And the really great thing that they do here is that they implement Miranda Cosgrove, of all people's character, Rachel. It's like the angel on one shoulder, the demon on the other shoulder. Michael is all about, I'm going to go chase my dreams as a pro skater. That's what I want to do. Where you've got Rachel, Miranda Cosgrove's character, she's the one that's going to college. She's the one that has got, all the expectations going to be successful. You've got both sides of the story here. You get each person's perspective. And I like that they wrote it that way, because these characters, yes, are characters, but it's like a metaphor. It's like, do you root for the people that are going to follow their dreams, or are you on the side of, no, go to college, and now more than ever, that is an argument that is very poignant. It's very real now more than ever. So I really liked how they did that. I liked the situational writing. I liked the conflicts that were involved. There were a few things that were tacky and cheesy, but we'll get to that in a little bit. But I want to talk about the good. And I think that the situational writing was very well done. You got some nice little performances in here from everyone. Ryder McLaughlin is our main lead character here. He's fantastic. Miranda Cosgrove, Vince Vaughn give fantastic performances as well. And then you've got a lot of great little side performances. I mean, the ensemble overall was relatively good. I got some issues with some dialogue and some writing. Again, I'll get to in a little bit. But for now, what we're talking about is we're just talking about the performances. And I think for a small indie film, for some people like a Ryder McLaughlin who really hasn't been in anything before, it was convincing. It was pretty good, and I enjoyed it. And then the directing. It's not a perfectly directed film. It's not a perfect film in any sense of the matter. It's not. But there is promise there. It's a solid directorial debut. It's very stylized, which I really enjoyed. And I think Mikey Alfred, he's got potential. The potential is definitely there. He's someone to watch out for. Whenever his next effort comes out, I'm going to check it out because I think that it was a really great first effort from Mikey Alfred. I think it was fantastic. But with the good comes the bad. You know, I'm trying to read what I wrote first off. Yeah, okay. So there's writing issues, though. I did compliment some of the writing, but there are also issues that took me out of it. It really does lack originality. The plot's very simple. It's not that difficult to understand, but it falls in that lack of, it's not really doing anything different. We've seen this story before. We've seen this coming of age story with these tropes all happen before. So it does lack some originality. I don't think that that's entirely a bad thing. Again, this is a directorial debut, so maybe stick to some of those tropes, stick to some of that formula. But in the grand scheme of things, it was not anything original. It got boring at times. There were parts of the film that I thought weren't needed. They didn't contribute at all. And yeah, that's kind of some of the biggest things that pop out to me are just those issues. But the thing that really pops out to me the most the dialogue. I know what they were going for. Like, I understand what they were going for. You know, high school kid, you know, nowadays trying to hit that lingo and that slang, but it felt unauthentic. It really did. It felt forced. It felt like they were trying to throw those like key slang words in there just to sound cool and sound like, oh, hey, these are kids that are, you know, now. In my review, and I'll pull it up right now on Letterboxd, I said something to the effect of, it was kind of like the Steve Buscemi "How do you do, kids" meme. And that sounds a little harsh, and I think that may be a bit harsh, but it really did. It felt like someone, and I don't know the writers or who wrote it, or I don't know them. It sounded like someone that isn't really of that age, kind of trying to write like they're that age, and it just didn't feel authentic. It felt very forced. It felt very cringeworthy. It was very, like, moments were very cringeworthy, and that was just the thing that really hit me with that was just, oh boy, that's not ideal, and that's just not that great. But overall, for a directorial debut, for a first film, it's not bad. It's got promise. It really does. And that's kind of the point that I am trying to hit home. And that's like the one point I wrote down in my notebook after I watched it. I said it has promise, but it just lacks a little bit in the writing, and you need to fix that dialogue. Those are the things that really lack in this film, but the rest of it is actually generally solid. It really, truly is. It's a nice little directorial debut. But I think without further ado, let's just get into the point breakdown. So I gave entertainment 20 out of 25. I enjoyed quite a bit of it. 18 out of 20 for performances. I gave 8 out of 10 for direction. 6 out of 10 for writing. That's the one that took the biggest hit. 7 out of 10 for emotion. 8 out of 10 for cinematography. 4 out of 5 for pacing. 4 out of 5 for rewatchability, and an automatic 5 out of 5 points. That means if you did the math, I gave North Hollywood an 80 out of 100. One thing I want to mention before we go here as well that I forgot to mention during the review, the skateboarding stuff was really well done. I think it was choreographed very well. I think it was shot just really, it was really good. So that was another thing that really stood out to me, and that's why direction is so high as well. Not only is it a solidly directed film, but those scenes, it's not high octane Fast and Furious like action, but it's stunts. It is. I mean, skateboarding's in the X Games for a reason. It's an extreme sport, so that was all choreographed really well and just good. And also another point, I'm sorry, this is a I forget, it is like a sequel to mid 90s. It's not, but it is. I mean, Sonny Soljic is in here, the main character in mid 90s. He's not playing the same kid, but you know. So I really enjoyed that. But let me know down below in the comments if you've seen this. What did you think of North Hollywood? Did you like it? Did you hate it? If not, go check it out. I watched it on I think Vudu for like $3. I rented it. I cheap, pretty good. I enjoyed it. I had a good time with it. But let me know down below. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you have not already, go subscribe. If you are new, this is my second channel where I'm just putting out a lot of movie reviews. And then go check out Fanatic Films, my main channel. Movie drafts, movie reviews, rankings, all of that good stuff is over there. But guys, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you in the next video.